It's called Poker Nights with AIA. We play together once a week. You never know what's in store, so here's a peek. The cards start to fly at 7:30 sharp. Keep your eyes on the kid and know almost consider them sharks. A boom across the room as everyone's scared. All good, that's just Gabe's aces losing the mic trips while impaired. Meanwhile, in all in showdown pops off with Lee. He's up against the Beaver bunch that includes Danae, Priscilla, and Aubrey. If he pulls this off, it will be the call.
Welcome to All in Alliance Poker Podcast Season 6, Episode 7. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris, the house with Nancy. King Marty and the Easy.
Andy Land Mystery Ball Tickner.
And joining the podcast, Episode 6-7 is Mr. Dan Mallory. How you doing, Dan?
Good to be back in relevance.
Yes, you are relevant. You're not Mr. Irrelevant, but you are relevant.
Done being a loser?
Is it a loser? No, he's not a loser.
I said done being a loser.
Oh, he's done being a loser? Yeah. But he's not a loser anymore. Last week, let's see. Andy, why don't you tell us who sat where?
I sure can do that. Okay, so table 1 was Dan, Sue, Robert, Lee, Priscilla, Junior, Keith, and Michael. Table 2 was Aubrey, Chris, Tony, who subbed with was Peter because Tony was sick. Hopefully he's feeling better. Gavin, Noe, Nate, and Marty. And then in the dungeon was Mike, Phil, who was, I forget who he's subbing for, Peyton, myself, Eric, Marcia, and Gabe.
That's like the Phil room now. It's like every time he's subbed, he's always been in there.
Because he's late.
Yeah, that's true. Chris sat at the end table again. That's like all 7 weeks in a row.
The end table, baby.
In the head table, yeah.
Hmm.
And then Tony, is he sick or hungover?
He was sick, like really sick.
Oh, he was hungover sick. No, he had the flu. Oh, he had the flu. Is that what they call that now when you're hungover?
Hey, I had the flu a couple weeks ago, remember? I was dying.
Oh, you gave it to Tony?
Probably did.
No.
Probably did.
So anyway, let's start. Let's change things up a bit this week. Let's just talk about how we did last week, and then we'll do the fastest 3 minutes in poker. So let's start with the dungeon. Who did we list off? We had Marcia. We had the kid. No, the kid was at my table. We had Marcia, Mike,
Phil, Peyton, Andy, Eric, and Gabe.
So unfortunately, nobody on the podcast that can tell us because most of us were at tables 1 and 2.
I just said it was me, weirdo.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah,
Lee is special.
Yeah. You guys are special ed today. I sucked. That's how I went.
We're glad you were in there to give us the insight.
I know, right? Gabe took me out, and then I left the room and I pouted. So.
Oh, you pouted. Oh, well,
yeah. I mean, actually, I was doing pretty well, or like I felt like the table was. I was doing pretty well, and then Phil showed up, and it just threw everything off because he was actually playing hands instead of obviously we were just like blinding him in and whatnot. And once he started playing, he
walks in.
He went in
and without looking at his cards, he bets 3,000.
I think he bet higher than that without looking at his cards. Correct.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. And so after that, it just went downhill very quickly for me. Yeah. So that's how my night went.
Phil is an anti-Andi.
I think he's an anti-everybody when it comes in and does shit like that.
Well, so you're saying that he had dominated the table pretty much?
I mean, Gabe took me out, but I don't know who was still subbing for.
Jacob.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he went really well because I mean, he must have dominated the rest of the night because he finished 4th overall for the night. So yeah.
Good. Marcia, I remember she made it to the final table. Mike, I think, was out fairly early. I don't remember him.
Marcia didn't make it to the final table. She was out middle of the pack.
Lee doesn't know.
She made it.
Lee doesn't remember nothing from last night.
I'm an old man.
I think what I'm gonna
start doing is just start. At least start spitting random facts out and see how many people like call me on my shit.
Yeah,
right.
It's like, well,
Marty, Priscilla had high hand of the night. Quads.
I need help, Marty. I need help.
No,
my memory sucks, dude. So I'm
zero hope
with you.
That's why I just don't say
share.
Okay, so then how is table 1, Lee?
Oh my God.
He's got a Dio's piece of stuff. Everybody.
This was my worst week. Unfortunately, I wanted to go 7 weeks in a row making final table, and I did not make it. I couldn't even fold my way there because all my hands sucked. It was the worst week I've had this season so far by far. But I somehow managed to crack top 10, I think. But so yeah, it sucked for me. Dan, pretty much the reason why he's on the show is because he won the night. So Dan, are you there?
What's up?
There you are. Okay. Why don't you tell us how table 1 went?
The first table of the night, it was a pretty tough table. It was a lot of aggressive betting from Robert and Junior. But there was also a little twist. Sue was playing a lot of hands at the beginning. She was getting pretty card hot at the beginning. Took a lot from Junior at the beginning. Her and Junior were going at it quite a bit. And I forgot who else was at the table. Keith was there too.
Keith was there. Who sat at the end? No, that was Keith. Keith was on one end. I'm trying to remember who was on the other end. I know Robert. It was between Robert and Sue on that end.
Me
was on my left.
Yeah,
It was Dan, Sue, Robert, Lee, Priscilla, Junior, Keith, and Michael. Seats 1 to 8.
Priscilla.
That's right.
Priscilla.
That's right. Priscilla went out pretty early versus Junior.
You got Priscilla Lee on a crappy hand.
Well, I remember her hands were basically like, I think she played like all of 2 hands, and she got into a hand with the kid who flopped a boat, and then really just wasn't feeling it. She showed up. They had a long day on Wednesday, the day before that. They had to go to Austin for her class. So they drove all the way to Austin and back. And so that was literally like all day, and she didn't get hardly any sleep. So when she got to the poker table after getting off work Thursday, she wanted to get out of there. So she played hard with the kid, lost about 3/4 of her stack on just that one hand. And finally, when it got to me and her, I had ace jack and she had, I think it was pocket tens. So she goes all in and I call and I hit a jack and I got her out. But that was literally my only hand that I won the whole night. Everything else was like, Chris's fucked up favorite hand, 10-4, like 9-2, 7-3. I mean, I couldn't even get 7-2. That's how bad it was. Pretty much a shitty night for me, but managed to get Priscilla out early, finished dealing for her. And like Dan said, it was pretty much just Sue, the kid, and Robert just trading back and forth. And Dan was pretty slow early, but how'd you finish out, Dan? Well, I know how you finished out the final table, but do you remember how you finished out to get to the final table? Like after the first break?
It was just, I was getting like 8-2, 9-2, 10-3, jack 3, the whole first like hour and a half or so. And then I think I had ace 10 one time suited, and Junior called me with like 6-2 suited, doubled up on there. And then I think I went all in with like ace 9, and he had like 5-2 suited. So he called me again. So
it was insane.
That's
targeting you. It obviously was targeting you.
I get it for the point aspect of it, but yeah, he likes to gamble, so I wasn't minding that. I'll take a heads up flip anytime. I'm sure he would take a heads up flip too. So
I'm sure. And then
I just don't.
Shortly after, and yeah, so it's kind of just a 4-way battle between you, the kid, and Robert. And then Robert finally went out. Sue went out before him, but yeah, then everybody got broken down. But then, of course, there was table 2, which is where Chris and Marty come in. So, guys, why don't you tell us what happened over there?
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Marty. Jesus Christ, bro. First fucking podcast ever. All right.
You first. Here we go, man. Hey, real quick.
Just so y'all know, Sniffer asked a question. He said Marcia died on table 1, right? Can anybody confirm that?
She must have. Well, I don't know what table she went to after table 3, but she made it out of the dungeon because she went out in the middle.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So she did make it to the final table. So I was right. So fuck y'all.
No, she didn't make it to the final table.
She made it out of the dungeon.
You're still wrong.
Table 1 at least.
You're still wrong. You're still wrong.
Go ahead, Chris. Tell us table 2.
Yeah, I was basically card dry. I was just trying to survive the whole night. I started playing some crazy ass hands. Like I had a 10-4, nothing fucking hit. I was playing against Nate at my table. Gabe was at my table, and I was just trying to survive. Marty was at my table. Marty was hot. As Marty said last week, the Titanic. Well, for instance, the Titanic, I was on the other end, and the upper side of the Titanic was on Marty's side. Marty's side and Nate's side were the only 2 big dogs at that table, and they were just like fucking just hitting. I think Nate was bluffing majority of the time, but I was out of
Agreed.
no one was calling Nate. And it was just, I mean, yeah, it was better table for Nate last night. And then Marty, he had every single fucking hand you can name of. And then I was just basically folding. I was that night, I was 98% folding. I probably won like
that was me. Me too. So you're saying that you were pretty much Jack and Rose from the Titanic. So who was Rose?
I wasn't Rose. Marty was Rose.
Yeah, I think I was Rose for the night. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
You know, the group that we had there, so we had Noe, Aubrey,
Gabe.
Peter, Fortuna, right? Gavin, and Nate at our table. So the table was it was a quiet week. I can tell you that right now. You know, like I said, this is week 7.
Really quiet.
Everybody's
so tense.
Everybody's trying to figure out where they're going to be at for the next couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Gavin he's always got a unique way of going about his hands. Peter, I can tell you right now, Peter will never shut the fuck up. It's pretty funny to listen to him, but that dude is always he's always talking. And so I caught him a few times.
Good? Is he like secretly good? Because 2 weeks in a row he killed it.
Yeah, he's not terrible. But I'm gonna tell you right now, look, man, I caught him a few times. I don't know if he's good or if he was just lucky because he's talking so much. He's like kind of like, the magician, right? Taking your mind off of what's going on at the table type shit. I don't know. It was just kind of.
He felt more comfortable last night. That's
Not drunk is what you meant.
I don't think he would drink.
I don't know if he's drinking. I think it was his personality.
Excellent. I was saying Nick him.
Is he still or something?
He's from
South Africa.
South Africa.
South Africa. Oh, even worse. So he should be really drunk.
Yes. But anyway, like, I caught him a few times bluffing, you know what I'm saying? And these weren't really terribly crazy calls or anything like that. I caught him with a pair of aces. I had high pair and he had extremely low pair. And then I had 2 pair and he had an extremely low pair again. So
you're saying pair is extremely low.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got a low pair. Okay, I see.
He's got a hanging low pair. Like, so that's that's kind of what it is. But anyway, yeah, I caught a few hands. I got Aubrey kind of went out a little early. Nate
just not having a low pair.
Or no, he just can't catch any fucking cards, man. He's been trying to wiggle his way in and get back in the standings, and I'm watching the play, and it's just not there, man. It's kind of hard to see that. It's hard to see that every single week as of late. So
first
at our table,
Gavin went out first. It was out there. Priscilla. Once you took out Priscilla, Gavin survived like probably 5 more hands.
Yeah, it seemed like they all kind of went in a row real quick early. Then it was just a long drought.
But once Priscilla was taken out, it was Eric was taken out, but no one told me Eric was taken out. So
that was from the dungeon, I think.
I was from the dungeon, and I went to the dungeon. And I'm like, Eric, are you playing? Like, no, I've been out. I'm like, what the fuck? Who took you out, Marcia? I was like, okay.
Yeah. To go back to the Peter thing, I think with new players playing in a new league, it's very hard to get a read on players at first. That's why I think he's been very successful at first. That's why it's almost important to try and switch up your game as much as possible because it's hard to read people at first when they join.
So 3 weeks in a row, Peter's been hot. So he's a sub. So anybody that needs a sub this week, he's probably the hottest sub we got right now.
I mean, Phil's. I'm sorry. A quick question before you announce that, Lee. Phil and Peter are both taken up. All right, they're all taken up this week.
Oh, they're already taken up.
Wow, who's out? Yeah, Gabe is out.
Gabe is out.
And who else?
And then Eric is out. Eric is up.
Okay. So yeah, there's you have prospects for subs that are already taken.
Peter is Gabe, and then Phil is Eric.
Wow. That's going to be a crazy week then because both are hot prospects and subbing for players that are needing help. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough week.
Wait, you saying Gabe needs help?
I'm just saying needs help. You can say something else if you want.
You basically said it. You just by your tone.
Man, why is Dan laughing all of a sudden? What?
I think that just that fat lady's already singing.
No, already seen. She's undressing back at the house, bro. You mean
that Gabe, when he comes back after the week from Alaska, when he comes back, he's just going to raise hell the last 2 weeks. And he has no fucks, no care, no worries about this season anymore. So he's just going to come and just raise hell and call every hand.
He's going to come in Alaska, all right?
Probably because his wife's coming with him.
Whoa.
His wife is going.
That says a lot for Gabe.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, well, let's go with your wife.
Not listening because we love you, Summer, but I know you don't like listening to us all that time. So hopefully you don't catch this part.
Yeah.
All right. So those were the 3 tables. Dan, I think you were the main guy at the final table. So if you could tell us how the final table went.
We played a total of 3 hands.
No way. Was it that bad?
I did not play a single hand. I think it was mostly Junior, Nathan, and Phil going at it. But yeah, it was not a very prolonged final table.
Pretty funny
That's like the second or third week in a row that's happened, right? Where it's like there's just not much time left, or did the time not expire and you guys just called it, or what?
No, time expired.
Time expired. Yeah.
Everyone's playing so fucking tight and so
Everybody is just they're trying to fold. They're playing the Michael method.
They're playing, yeah, exactly. They're literally playing.
His method's not working for him anymore because he's a big loser recently.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Michael has been trying to switch up his game a little bit. He's called the P5.
Credit, he has been.
Now he's just taking out all the old people on Sundays, trying to get his mojo back.
Oh, I didn't want to say nothing. You said it.
And while cheating at the same time, I guess.
He's a loser.
Yeah, he likes taking those nickel and dimes from those old people.
I think they play. Yeah, I played with them a couple times. Yeah, they do. I think they play everything but pennies. Yeah.
So yeah, Michael, I forgot to mention, he was at the first table with us, table 1. He did get out. Keith got out. Marcia came.
He's pretty easy to forget. That's why he's Mr. Irrelevant.
I would say that at least half the eliminations were at table 1. I would say at least. So that's where all the chips were too.
There was a lot. They were
basically gets to the final table, which I missed out on. And then, so Dan, like he said, we barely got to the final table, played all the 3 hands. So, and like Chris said, everybody in the whole league just playing tight. So there was not a lot of eliminations early. I mean, there were some, but it wasn't just like our normal domino effect. So yeah, everybody knows where they're at, where they're standing, how close it is. And now we only got 3 weeks left. We got 8, 9 to 10.
8, 9, 10, yeah.
Wow. So it's tight.
And then next week, week 9 is theme week. St. Patty's Day.
Theme week. Not this upcoming Thursday, but week 9.
Week 9, so get your list on.
Yeah.
I will have 3 bounties.
3 bounties? Holy fuck.
3 special brownies?
3 special bounties.
3 special players that are coming in as bounties?
Yep.
Wow. That'll be an intense week. That's the week, so the final week too.
I'll have 3 leprechauns.
So this week is going to be probably like last week, a little bit tight, but next week's going to be loosey-goosey. Now that we've gotten through our review, Andy, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Okay, welcome to the fastest, slowest 3 minutes in poker. So how did we all finish in week 7? So Priscilla went out first with +1, Eric second with +2, Gavin third and +3, Keith went out fourth and +4, yours truly went out fifth, +5, Sue Nami next and 6 +6, Robert went out next, but he took out Keith, who was in the top, and Keith also had a bounty, so he got an additional 3 points, so total +10. Aubrey went out next and +8. Michael, Mr. Irrelevant, +9 and went out 9th. Gabe, 10th, but he took out Andy, who's in the top with +2, giving him a total of +12. Lee went out next with +11, but took out Priscilla, giving him additional point, +12. Marcia went out next with +12, but took out Eric, so +1, total of +13. Peyton went out next with +13, but took out Robert, who also had a bounty, +2, total of +15. Mike next, +14. Noe went out 15th with +15, but took out Gabe, so an additional point, giving him +16. Chris went out next with +16, followed by Marty, +17. But you survived the night, right, Marty?
Yeah, I did,
and
yep.
Yep, and he had his own bounty, so he kept that. So that's +2 with a total of +19. And Nate also survived, but was 18th in chips, but had a 7-2, took out Chris, who's in the top and also survived, +4, total of +22. Jacob, +19, but took out Mike and survived the night, +2, total of +21. Followed by Tony the Tiger, +20, but took out Gavin with a bounty. Noe, Aubrey had tied the most souls with Dan and survived the night and had the high hand, which was quads. So +7 with a total of +27, followed by the Kid, +21. who took out Sue, survived the night, and kept his own bounty, +3, so +24. Dan, our guest, was first overall, so +22, but took out Lee, who's in the top, Marcia, who's in the top, Peyton, who's in the top, tied again with Tony with most souls, survived the night, +8 with a total of +30. So where does that leave us overall? Going into week 8, Lee is still number 1 with a huge lead, +161, followed by Chris, who's jumped up into second with +122, Marcia and +121. You cannot applaud yourself. Dan, +120, Nate is in 5th with +113. Yours truly still somehow is in the top, 6th place with +111, followed by Peyton with +109 in 7th. We have a two-way tie for 8th, so Keith and Michael both have +107, and that's where the cut is, followed by Aubrey in 10th with +106. Junior is making a huge comeback in 11th with +100. We have another tie with Marty and Tony with in 12th place with +99, followed by Mike in 14th with +97, who's also tied with Robert. So we have another two-way tie, 14th place, and then Noe's in 16th with +91, Gavin's in 17th with +78, Priscilla's in 18th with +77, Sue is in 19th with +72, and then another two-way tie with Gabe and Jacob with +57, and in last place is Eric with +54. And that is your fastest, slowest 3 minutes in poker.
Nice. I timed that one. That was 3 minutes. Good job.
It's a good thing I'm from New York and I talk fast.
Yes. So looking over the comments, looks like we've got a guy named Buffer and Sniffer. We know who Sniffer is. And Michael chiming in saying he's got his particular strategy that he plays with his mom at the retirement.
He's got a strap?
He's got a strap on. So he is playing like the Cobra Kai School of Poker. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Mercy's for the weak. So before we go into the segment that is Chris's segment, the question if he's going to do it or break out requests, let's talk a little bit about this online. I mean, what the hell is going on? We've got we had 10 games this past weekend plus Monday?
It has been a lot for sure.
Yeah, you ran a few last night, Dan. That was pretty awesome. Chris ran a ton this weekend, and
One of them.
I don't know about anybody else though, but I've not had any fucking luck online at all.
Dude, I feel like I honestly was telling Keith, I feel like since I'm hosting it, is just have a big target on my map because I get shit hands.
I said the same thing when I was hosting it. I feel like the algorithm is different.
Yeah, because like I get shit hands. It's like, oh, you're hosting it? Fuck you, Chris. You get shit hands.
Yeah,
That's just normal.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
the same thing.
hate it. I fucking hate online.
Well, the one on Sunday, I placed 4th, and I kind of limped in with like low stack too. But my dad, he won one of the ones that you hosted, Chris.
Yes, he fucking did. Yeah,
Yes,
he won
did.
it. He actually,
Mr. Lester.
he took first place. He took first.
Good job, Les.
Yep. But now I kept the money, and he's like having me deduct it every time I pay for him when he plays.
Oh, wow.
Your leisure. Just have like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. But I mean, it's kind of good. It's fun, and I'm trying to incorporate Omaha now. So be wary if you're listening to this podcast tomorrow of a Omaha tournament coming up. If you know how to play it, not a lot of people do. But yeah.
What if you don't? What's Omaha?
What? It's 4 cards, 1 board.
Seen it in a while.
You have to play 2 cards. You have to play 2 cards.
It's very complicated poker.
Yeah. It's 4. You get 4 cards, but you have to play 2 of the 4 cards on the 1 board.
Yep.
And it's still 5 cards on the board.
Yeah, still 5 cards on the board, but you have to play 2. If you can't play 1, you can't just use 1 card of your 4. You have to play 2 cards.
So say there's like 4 cards straight on the board. You have a 9 and the flops like 8 and Jack Queen. You have to have a 9 plus either one of
Something
those.
else that produces the straight. Yeah.
You have to have 2 cards. Some people, I had the straight with 1 card. Nope, you have to play 2.
Very interesting. So yeah, that's gonna be coming up maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Which we're at the time of recording this. It's Tuesday afternoon on the.
Yeah.
What is
I mean, I can tell y'all now. I'm doing one tonight. I'm doing one tonight at the beta.
Gonna give it a try tonight. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a $5 entry, no fee. Because I'm beta testing. Once I get done through the beta testing, then I'll do the fee. But
Michael says you don't have to play 2. He says you can play up to 2.
oh, you have to play 2.
No, you have to play 2.
Oh, you have to play.
Okay.
Michael's
Sorry, Michael, you're wrong. You're a loser.
See, cheating with those old people. I'm telling you.
Whoa.
Well, and they do it where they call the game each time it's like where let's say the buttons on them or whatever. Then so the game changes every time.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Dan is our second time guest. And so I guess it's time now for either Request or Chris to go ahead and get the lube ready. Chris, whenever you're ready.
Second time. You've been here before.
Yes. This ain't my first rodeo.
Ain't your first rodeo, buddy. All right.
You're nice and stretched out, huh?
Let me go see if he's awake.
God, Jesus.
Let me go see if he's awake. Hey, what you want to do? This? No.
Oh my fucking God, is he really?
Hey, so apparently he wants me. He's still passed out. So I'm gonna end up doing it tonight. So what's up, buddy?
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Hey, congratulations on fucking coming back, man.
Thank you. It's been a long season. Finally got on top. It feels good.
You know the drill. Take your pants off, bend down, and get ready for these questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
I need picks.
Welcome to Chris Probes, the guest. Today's guest is Dan Mallory. He's a two-timer, a four-time champion of AIA. Congratulations. Welcome, buddy. All right. So, Dan, what thing has changed that is making you making a good comeback this season?
Honestly, I still feel like I'm not playing the best poker. I feel like I'm a little bit washed up still, but we're trying to get back to where we were at, trying to play more conservative now, not as aggressive, wait for the spots. And yeah, it just worked out lucky last week. I'd say last week was lucky. I probably had no business winning last week, but that's how poker goes sometimes, man.
Like a hot seat? You're just in a hot seat?
I just played the right spots, went all in when I should have.
Well, that's one of my questions. Like, are you playing more positions or are you just playing the people?
Usually, as of lately, it's been the people. Honestly, I've just been getting good reads on who I should be playing cards against, but I'm always been about position. You know, position is probably the most important part of poker. So, but lately it has been people because I've been at some weird tables the last, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks where I'd just rather would play hands against certain people than position.
Can you name one of them? Can you name one person you do not want to play hands with?
Mr. Michael Benton.
Are you just saying that because he's listening to his podcast?
No, I'm serious, dude. Every time I play a hand with Michael, he flops the top pair and I flop middle pair, and it just never ends well.
Gotcha.
It never ends well.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay. I mean, Michael is a good player. I think he jinxed himself by always counting how many final table appearances he has. Then now he missed the last 2.
he's got some pressure on him now that he's in like 7th place or whatever. He's got to play good for the rest of the season. I'll say that.
Pressure. So how do you feel knowing that you're in 4th place? How do you feel? Are you still going to compete or are you just like coasting it now?
I'm going to try and coast it, but I think there's only a 10-point difference between me and the cut. So I still got to play pretty good. It should be interesting these last 3 weeks. It was similar last season, how it was like 7 or 8 people all at the top fighting for like 3 or 4 spots. It's very similar this season.
Nice. Okay. Me and both, we'll be watching out for you. Me and Lee will be definitely watching out for you. So this is a 2-part question. Now, who is a player in the league that you can give props to for learning the game better this season than from when they're started?
I hate to give Phil props, but he has been playing pretty good this season for subbing for people.
The sub, not even you're saying the sub, not even a player within the league.
Within the league, I'd say Peyton, dude. Peyton's played some really good poker. I'm impressed this season. I really hope he makes final table.
So you're not saying you're not blaming the dice that he has.
Oh, all right. I think the dice have fucking treated him well. He rolled it 3 times against me last week, and all 3 times it was the right folder call. So
Okay.
those dice don't lie.
Now the second part question. Now, who you think has gone down in skill or just continues to suck every season?
I wouldn't say suck, but I've been very surprised that Noe's in 16th right now. I still think he's going to make final table, but I know he's last season when we were at the final table, he was one of the people who I was watching out for at the final table. So
Now he's just like a dust in the wind.
no, I think he's a really good player. I'm just surprised that he's not he was like 2nd place or 1st or 2nd last season. So
He's not a threat to you anymore.
I wouldn't say not a threat, but I'm surprised he's not in the mix of things right now.
Because he's below you. He's like beneath you.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Hey, so I mean, that's great. I mean, we looking forward to you seeing at the main event at the Wild Mail Ronnie main event table. So most likely, I think Lee can validate this. Like, we will see you at the main event table.
I hope. I got one more left for the Triple Crown. So.
You happen to take the first out the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the only chances of you dropping.
There is a theme week coming up, so I'm gonna have to.
Which is your kryptonite. So it is your kryptonite. Don't know why, but it is your kryptonite.
We're ready.
So now, throughout the season, you've been playing a lot of poker. You've been playing some cash games here, some hijack. It's which everyone loves, and hate. Has a good back and forth relationship with that, and online poker throughout the AIA system. So how's that going out for you? How's that been? Are you walkable since the season started?
I was just thinking about this last night. I miss WinStar, man. I really wish that they would reopen, but I don't. It's looking like they're not going to reopen. So, but with me, I've always been a very streaky player. So I go through streaks where I go hot. Like there was 2 or 3 week period where I won 5 hijack tournaments, and then now I can't hit anything. So I just know you got to know when to stop when the streak is going cold. So, but overall, it's not been bad. The last 3 times I went to WinStar, I probably was up pretty good. So,
and then how about the online?
I'm about to head out. My lunch is over, but I want to put Dan on the spot here.
yes.
So, Mr. Dan, this weekend, you happen to meet a certain somebody. I don't know how heavy it's getting or if it's just,
This weekend or past weekend?
This past weekend, we did have a little bit of controversy, but I won't mention that part. But
Yeah, I got questions about that. But
I did meet somebody. You want to kind of chime in, Dan, on what's going on?
Since this is a poker podcast, I'm gonna keep my personal life outside of.
Oh, come on! That's such a loser answer.
I'm gonna keep my. I mean, the hijack. I will agree that the poker now is a much more fair algorithm than hijack is, but I've been kind of chilling on hijack. I've only played like 2 tournaments last week, so. But I still love it. I still love the app. Still love it. Definitely still am down all time on that app, but at least got some of my money back in that 3 week span. But I'd much rather play on that poker now with people I know, especially.
Yeah, I mean, unless they change their name, then we really don't know who they are.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, that is definitely a curse and advantage for some people.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know the next 3 weeks you're gonna basically play conservative. You're gonna play like Michael Benton, but better. Now, what's in stakes for you, like in the future? Like, what is the future of Dan within the next 2 months? Is there anything coming up?
Let's just say we got some big plans under our sleeve. Hopefully, we can execute once I come back from my trip. I'm going on a trip in April, so hopefully after that trip, we have big, exciting news to announce to everybody.
Are you gonna announce it here on the podcast, baby?
I think it's best to keep it
when we just not today, but when it launches. Are you gonna?
When it launches, I will be the first to tell everybody.
Nice. Okay, great. Can't wait for that. It's a great time. Nice. Okay. A female question. Now, in your eyes, who's the best female in
that last segment? But she has definitely turned it around this season. I think she's got completely, I'd say 10 times better than when I first met her at poker. She's really starting to understand the game, so I will definitely give her her flowers on this one.
Really? Does she?
Well, thank you.
Andi is better than Marcia.
I'd say at the moment, yes.
I appreciate it.
That's awesome. That is awesome to hear. That is something that
You just want people to shit on me when I'm on the podcast, though.
This is in disbelief right now.
Well, that's awesome, Dan. Well, Dan, thank you for so much of the question. Can't wait for that super surprise you're going to tell us in the next couple of months. Hey, I'm super proud of you and everything you're going to do and what you're going to do. So keep it up. And hey, try to win this shit. Win the bracelet. Good job.
It's the only one that's through.
Porcelain Girl corner.
So Marty, unfortunately, and Lee have both had to leave because they are losers. So they asked me to step in for Porcelain Corner. But before we do, Dan, I just was wondering, where are you going in April?
So
All right. I'm going to Panama. So I was just wondering if you're going anywhere exotic.
I'm going to Pebble Beach to play some golf, so that should be fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Okay, so porcelain corner. So Dan is our guest.
Yep.
Go first. Who's gonna be in and who's going out first and who's taken first?
Did Marty ever give you his picks?
Yep, so did Lee.
He did?
Yep.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, say theirs first.
So Marty says Aubrey's gonna win and Phil/Eric is gonna go out first. And Lee actually picked Eric/Phil to win and picked Pete/Gabe to lose.
Okay, I like.
Really? Wow.
Well, I'm subbing for Gabe again. It's
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah, his luck might run.
Oh.
But it's a name that people know and love. And I am pulling out the Uno reverse card this week.
Okay.
What is that? Wait, I go first or something?
No. So there was a certain person who picked me to win last week.
That was me.
Oh, yeah, that was you. Oh, no.
So we are going with the typical Uno reverse, and we are going with Miss Andi Tickner to win the week.
Oh, man. You're full of it.
And last week, there was a certain person who go out last. I subbed for Lee last week, so I got to choose Junior to go out last. But there was also another person to pick me to go out last 3 weeks ago on the podcast, and that is Miss Aubrey Nadeau. So you are also getting the Uno reverse card.
Okay, so you got Andy to win and Aubrey to lose.
Hey, two girls. You voted. You're the only one who has two girls in their ever picks, and they think.
That's all right. And the problem with Marty not being on here is we don't have the standings, but I do know I have at least a point from last week, and
Marty
guess have a point, and I think Marty has like 4. So my picks, I'm picking Michael to win. I think he's got to step up his game to stay in the top, and then I'm picking Peyton to lose.
Peyton? Hated.
Yeah, I think he's been riding real high. I think it's time for him to fall back down a few notches.
I think the dice run out of luck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dice ran out. The dice is running out. Wow.
No,
All
honestly, every time he rolled those dice last week, it was the right call. He showed me all the hands that he had on those dice rolls, and it was the right folder or call.
Well, Peter is a believer in the sniffing, so.
What? No way.
Yeah.
My picks are. It's gonna be hard. This is so stressful because everyone's gonna be voting. But everyone. Okay, I'm gonna go low pick. I'm gonna go people from the bottom that had no chance of making top 8. So I'm gonna say.
Don't say Eric again.
I'm gonna say Jacob out
He's
first.
gonna lose? Okay.
Yep. Winner of the night is gonna be somewhere in the mid, like somewhere in the 8th and 9th or 10th or 11th place.
So that's we've got Peyton, Keith, Michael, Aubrey, Junior, Marty, and Tony. It's kind of 7th, 13th.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Marty to win it.
I like that.
Yeah, I should say that's a good pick. I agree.
On my prospect watch list for the week, I'd put Tony, Noe, and probably Marty.
Yeah,
those are people who need a big week.
Yep, they need a big week, or just 3, or just 2 like semi-stable weeks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I averaged it out. I think I need to get at least 14 or 15 points a week from here on out, and I should be chilling. Should be chilling then.
Well, thank you all for joining us for the AIA Poker Podcast. If you do not listen again next week, you will be losers like Lee and Marty, who couldn't even finish with us this week. See you all next week.
Hey, that's that Northwestern education there.
Good job.
I'm actually wearing purple today, so there you go.
Awesome.
Go Cats.
Go Cats. All right. Bye.
All right, see you guys.
Stupid gummy stare across the way is about to go down. Eric throws down the nuts, which leaves Tina out and poor Robert sniffing around. This is all in the night of our AI group. Join us next season and we'll bring you in the loop. Don't forget to catch a podcast and get yourself submerged. If you don't do either, you will be like house calling you a jerk.
All in Alliance Poker League.